Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Venus and Adonis, and we are getting towards the end, which we know because Adonis is dead at this point. We're going to take a look at stanzas 181 to 184 today, and he's dead. He was gored by a boar, and Venus found him in the woods, and he's bleeding out, and at first she couldn't look at it, and then she was staring at him so hard that she was like seeing double of him. And then at the end of yesterday's stanza, she started lamenting his loss and eulogizing him and saying that, you know, now that he's gone, true beauty is also dead because he was the only truly beautiful thing that existed. And she continues on eulogizing him in stanza 181 by saying, "Bonnet nor veil henceforth no creature wear, nor sun nor wind will ever strive to kiss you. Having no fair to lose, you need not fear. The sun doth scorn you, and the wind doth hiss you. But when Adonis lived, sun and sharp air lurked like two thieves to rob him of his fare. And therefore would he put his bonnet on, under whose brim the gaudy sun would peep. The wind would blow it off, and being gone, play with his locks. Then would Adonis weep. And straight in pity of his tender years, they both would strive who first should dry his tears. To see his face, the lion walked along behind some hedge, because he would not fear him. To recreate himself when he hath sung, the tiger would be tame and gently hear him. If he had spoke, the wolf would leave his prey, and never fright the silly lamb that day. When he beheld his shadow in the brook, the fishes spread on it their golden gills. When he was by, the birds such pleasure took, that some would sing, some other in their bills would bring him mulberries and red ripe cherries. He fed them with his sight, they him with berries." So at the beginning of this, she's saying that everyone and everything should be mourning his loss. The sun, the wind, they both used to fight over who got to like muss him up. Is he going to get sunburned or is he going to get windblown? And if he tried to wear a hat, the wind would blow the hat off so that the sun could shine on him. And then if he were ever to cry, they would both try to dry his tears. And then in the third and fourth of these stanzas, she's talking about how other animals interacted with him, saying that he could tame pretty much any wild beast, lions, tigers, wolves, just by talking or just by being beautiful. Like the lion wanted to look at him, and if he said no to the wolf wouldn't go hunting that day. And it said, you know, if he ever cast his shadow on the water, the fish would all come swimming up to him, and the birds loved him so much that they would sing and they would feed him with berries. So Adonis in this is being painted a little bit like a Disney princess from like the very early Disney films where like the little mice and birds would dress them and that sort of thing. But, you know, she's grieving, and he was pretty, so she might be exaggerating just a smidge, but she's grieving and she's eulogizing, and she's not quite done. She's going through the what have we lost, and she's going to get into the blame portion of eulogizing and grieving very shortly. So I'll see you tomorrow for that. Mwah.